His range is so impressive. Like, truly one of the most talented idols out there, like, period. Hello, friends, and welcome back for part 2 of my reaction to Jimin's Face album. If you have not checked out part 1, where I reacted to Face Off all the way to Alone, then you can check out that reaction right here. But we're going to be continuing here with the second half of the album, so I'm going to be reacting to the Set Me Free Part 2 music video, as well as the dance practice, and then we're also going to check out the Like Crazy English version and a secret bonus track. But first, we're going to check out Set Me Free Part 2, and y'all, it was impossible impossible to completely 100% avoid spoilers when I am filming this 7 days after this came out. So I have not heard any song spoilers yet, but I did see pictures very briefly of Jimin having words tattooed like all over his chest and stomach. So that part of the video has been spoiled to me. But everything else I have not heard, I have not seen. But you know, like to be transparent on this channel. And I was curious why this was Set Me Free Part 2 and not Part 1. And in the Rolling Stone article that I had talked about in Part 1, this was covered, where they asked, Interlude Set Me Free is a song by Suga from his 2020 mixtape D2. So Yoongi is my BTS bias, and then D2 came out on my birthday, May 22nd, 2020, and I turned 28 years old. And then the song 28 was on that album about turning 28 years old. And it came out on my birthday. Like, how weird is that? How many other armies in the world out of the millions that exist could I like share that moment with? I always thought that was pretty cool and like kind of serendipitous, you know? But anyways, back to the article. So Jimin said, I think it would be hard to say that they're actually connected, okay? He just thought that Set Me Free would be the perfect title for this song. Then I realized that there's a song with the same name on Suga's mixtape already. That it's also a song about the struggles of becoming more mature, becoming a grown-up, so I thought it would make sense for my song to become the part 2 to that song. And he says, if we do have a chance, I think it would be nice for him to do a feature on so not them collaborating, it's Suga doing a feature on a Jimin song. Oh, I love that energy. But yeah, that just makes me extra excited to see what we have in store for this one. So let's check out Set Me Free Part 2. Whoa. Yeah, we didn't get any choreography and like crazy. Wow. Kind of feels like an angry cloud. Oh. Oh. Wow. Wow. His range is so impressive. Oh. Fuck all your eyes. This feels like a different Jimin here. Ooh. Huh. Oof. Huh. It's like they represent the turbulence of his life, you know? All the dancers. I like those horns. His little like tattoo peeking out. Or are they like his demons that he wants to be free of? I bet you they all disappear by the end of the video. Ah! It's so funny because I literally knew this was coming. And then it still catches me off guard. Oh my goodness. Here I was thinking like, oh no, it's gonna be so much less exciting for people when I kind of know this reveal that's coming, but still caught me off guard. So yeah, let's go back. Wow. Can't even read the words. Dang, he really is in like his angry era. I'm waiting until he stops moving so I can maybe pause and see the words a bit better. Huh. Going insane to stay sane. Oh, I love that line. Huh. Wow. Kudos to these dancers. I wonder who choreographed this. I don't know if any of you guys watched, wow, they're just like consuming. Oh. Oh, that's cool. He's reborn. Interesting. It's almost like the reverse of Black Swan, where it's like she turns into the Black Swan at the end, but it's almost like he was the Black Swan and then like sheds those demons from him and turns into that free version of himself at the end. But what I was going to say was that it kind of reminded me of, if any of you watched So You Think You Can Dance back in the day, of the choreographer Mia Michaels, where I would almost describe her style as kind of like frantic and a bit like as if your body is going through movements that don't feel natural. But in terms of like the narrative of the album, this is kind of like the last new song that we've heard that kind of adds to the storyline, where it's very interesting that he chose to end with this song where he feels like he's free, where he starts by kind of acknowledging where he came from, saying, I got a good time, yeah, time to get mine, I wandered in a maze. But then he's saying, finally free, I'm standing at the edge, I won't look back, fly away butterfly, finally free. So it's kind of like, yes, like kind of like a vindication for everything he went through for this like entirety of the album. And I won't hide anymore even if it hurts, going insane to stay sane, raise your hands for the past me, now set me free. So yeah, I'm looking at his, is that German? Yeah, that looks like a Vollbringen. I know a little bit of German. Like, I think this says ein Sturm, which is like a storm. And then I think this says den uralten Turm, which I do not know what that means. The ancient tower. Oh, so is this like a story of some kind that's written on him? Because we've got like ancient towers, we've got storms. This feels like very intense, whatever the story is. So yeah, Jimin, multilingual king over here. But yeah, in this part he's saying, still in a maze, but I got no time to break soul. Just let me flow. Hey fool, just get out of my way and shut up and fuck off. So he's like, he's ready to move on now. That much is clear. I'm glad that this is how we're ending things, because if this just had ended with him like staying sad and without him going into this like acceptance phase, I don't know what I would have done with myself. I wouldn't be able to operate and function knowing that Jimin was still out there in the world feeling sad. But I'm excited to watch the dance practice now because I have other things to say about the choreography, but I'll wait until after this video. So let's watch the dance practice. It looks like they're being awoken and activated. I really want to know who the choreographer was for this. This choreography looks really challenging. And it's so hard to get so many people synchronized. It's kind of reminiscent of like the On days. And it's really cool how he's not doing as much of the choreography, you know? He still has his own, but the emphasis is almost more on the dancers. Because you'd expect like a Jimin song to be really choreography heavy, and it is, but more so for like the people around him. But of course, he's still killing it. And all the formations they get into are so interesting. They feel almost like one entity. They feel like a part of him, you know? And I guess that's the whole point. Oof. The way the floor just like shook. Yeah, like the frantic movements that they're doing. It feels like they're almost like possessed, you know? By this feeling of power. I love the camera work on this. That's so cool. He just gets consumed by the feeling and then he's reborn. Ah, I love it so much. So good. One of my favorite pieces of choreography I think I've seen from any K-pop artist in a long time. Like, what a fantastic performance here by everybody that was involved. Like, I feel like we don't talk enough about how multi-talented he is with these just insane, powerful vocals. And then, of course, his fantastic dancing. Like, truly one of the most talented idols out there, like, period. I feel like if I could even absorb like an ounce of his talent, I would be doing okay for myself. But yeah, let's listen to the English version of Like Crazy next, where I'm interested to see like if the same vibe carries through the English version, because sometimes it can be really hard to translate a song and its meaning into another language, especially when it's not your first language. So let's listen to Like Crazy, the English version.
I think we could last forever.
Kind of makes me think of Black Swan.
Disappear. Just trust me.
She's saying, baby, come and follow me. There's not a bad thing here tonight.
So dreamy, those vocals.
Watch me go. Now I sink down all alone. Away. Where am I? A dark haze clouding on my eyes. I can hear the voices listening. Don't know who they are. I'm trying to
So it is a bit different.
been reaching for the stars. And tell me, will I find myself again when I go too far again? I know, you know, I know. I'd rather be lost in the lights, lost in the lights. I'm out of my mind. Can you help me numb the pain?
Help me numb the pain.
Me up high, emotions on ice.
Ooh, Emotions on Ice. I love it. I think this is my favorite song on the album. Oh, I just get like the chills listening to his vocals. Just like this etherealness to it, even when the meaning is so dark. That contrast is just like, oh, delicious. And this instrumental is cool too. Feels kind of like Stranger Things-y. I love that. But let me taste. My heart's getting broken all over again. See, he sounds like he's like bleeding.
Alone again. What's the point?
And these voices that we're hearing, I never really talked about that at any point, but I wonder if that's coming from like inspiration or like a line from the movie, since, you know, he was saying that this song was inspired by that movie. But yeah, again, I think that the song was my favorite on the album. I think I would just prefer the Korean version because I always like to hear the song in the like original form, where while this one might be, you know, a little bit easier to sing along to, I feel like the Korean version is the most like authentic, if that makes sense. But I still like to listen to albums from start to finish, so I would always include listening to like this English version in my album listen. But we still have one more song to go here, because when I was looking up lyric videos for this video, I noticed that this one account had uploaded all of the songs on the album plus one called Letter. And I was curious because, you know, I didn't see it on the track list in Spotify, so I looked it up, and this is apparently like a secret track. So apparently Letter is hidden inside track 6 on the CD and starts playing after a moment of complete silence at exactly 6 minutes and 13 seconds into the song. And apparently Jungkook has background vocals in the song, so this makes me very excited, and I'm curious as to why this was a hidden track and not just like a full track on the album. And of course 613 being their debut date. So will this be like a song to the members of BTS? Like a love letter to them maybe? Let's listen. Wow. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, covered in goosebumps. The one who reached out their hand to me was you. I'll be the one to hold you. So is he singing this to like the members? Oh, harmonica. This feels like the perfect song to listen to, like walking down the beach at sunset. this is so beautiful. I'm kind of sad I can't stream this.
우리가 함께라면 사막도 바다가 될 수 있던 그때 그 모습 그대로 I say oh oh
Hope we're forever. Yeah, this definitely feels like referencing BTS times. Oops, spring day. Oh, let's cherish you too. This is actually gonna make me cry though. Saw me bigger and greater than my tiny little self. Huh. That's Jungkook! Oh. Oh. Oof. This was so gorgeous. And that nice little surprise of Jungkook at the end. This album just like filled me up. It gave me life despite the dark subject matter, and then ended with this like lovely little warm hug of a song. It kind of feels like he's talking about his fears of, you know, going out in the world on his own and how things are going to be different and those kind of anxieties, because he always had this like support network around him. So he's like, is this still going to be here when things are different now? Like, even after time passes, will you remain the same? Like, will my fans still be there? Will the members still be there? And I hope that we are forever. And like, BTS will be forever. Their legacy will last forever, whether they are together as a group or not. They just left such a huge impact on the industry, and Jimin was such a huge part of that. So I hope that he holds that dear and knows that that will be forever. And this kills me. Like, baby, don't leave by my side, just stay so I can give back just how much I've received. Like, does he not know how much we have received and how much we have been fed by BTS? And he just continues to feed us with this album. And because we don't know what days await us, though it's scary, though we're afraid, never forget that we're together. Because I was thinking about, you know, the fact that BTS, you know, will hopefully resume their activities in 2025. That's going to be like a very different time, even though it's only 2 years from now. Like, I was thinking about the fact that, you know, I'm 30 years old, soon going to be 31, and probably when BTS comes back, I'm either going to be pregnant or be a mom, which is a really crazy and scary thing to think about. But like, I will still be here in 2025, and I will convert my baby into ARMY. They will listen to BTS in the womb. So I hope that Jimin and that BTS know that ARMY will join them in the future, and that will always still be here. And imagine how many new ARMY are going to be around by that time. So I just want to give him a big hug and tell him that everything is going to be okay, and that he has nothing to fear, because, you know, like they said, the best is yet to come. But I absolutely adored this album, even though I was in pain for 80% of it. But that's what a good album does, you know? It makes you feel the feels. It makes you go through and empathize with the emotions that they're expressing. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. It takes really strong lyrics. It takes powerful emotional vocals. You have to believe that he's feeling what he's feeling. And I wholeheartedly believe, and that's why it's killing me so much, is that it obviously had to come from a really real place that he had to tap into to write the lyrics for this album and, you know, deliver it emotionally. But I'm so glad that I got to hear it, and I feel like this is going to be an incredibly successful album and successful time for him. So very excited for that. So friends, thank you so much for joining me for this reaction. I would love to know in the comments what your thoughts are. What is your favorite song on this album? Again, I think for me it is Like Crazy, but I feel like it'll take a couple of listens to the album to really truly cement that. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I would also like to thank my patrons for making this video happen. My patrons have access to weekly exclusive reactions, as well as my YouTube schedule for the month and behind the scenes content. And then my $5 patrons have early access to my YouTube videos, the ability to vote on the content of a YouTube video once per month, and a shout out at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos. So an extra special thank you to my $5 patrons, who are Abby, Zaye Life, Catherine W, Catherine H, CM, Chris Mary R, Desiree, MJN, Aaron M, Hope to Dust, Jazzberry, Jennifer O, JLA, Kirsten, Kit Kat, Chris M, Leah B, No Name, Sandy W, Sophia S, Tiffers, and Vicos. If you would like to help support my channel and enjoy some exclusive content, then you could visit me at patreon.com/laurenclaire. But until my next video, I hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.